Good morning, everyone. It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean, and we're about to just hang out here on our mats and get in a great hardcore express. So go ahead, bring your hands palms down on your mat, spread your fingers nice and wide. We got a body weight workout today, and we're gonna start off with some cat-cow, just manipulating your spine, rounding and arching your back, pushing into your hands palms, and changing your breath as you pull your chest forward, switch your eye gaze up towards the ceiling, even pressing your knees to the floor and finding some separation of your glutes. So move a couple times in each direction, and if you also feel moved to give your cat or your cow's tail some shakes or some shimmies through your shoulders, then please do what feels right for your body today as we start to gently warm up here on the floor. Couple more breaths. Make sure you're still breathing both through this warm-up and the workout itself. We're gonna go for a super Tabata style workout today. We have 2.5 circuits, and our first move is gonna be on our back. So let's go ahead and make our way onto our glutes for now. We'll warm up those glutes just a little bit as we get started on the floor. So relax your arms down by your side, plant the soles of the feet on the floor. On your next inhale, lift yourself up, and on your exhale, lower yourself down. So your glutes almost touch the floor, and then inhale, lift, exhale, lower. You're just gonna move at the pace of your own breath, so as fast as you're inhaling, exhaling is as fast as you're finding this movement. You can even stretch your arms up towards the ceiling and challenge yourself a little bit more. Let's get a couple extra glute bridges, still just warming up for 4, 3, 2, stay high, let's pulse it for 8, 7, 6, just a little squeeze of your glutes for 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Paint your spine down your back again. Draw both of your knees to your chest. You can rock a moment side to side, once again firmly imprinting your whole back to the mat, and then create a little bit of stillness. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, elbows stretched out to your hips, and a couple circles with your knees in one direction, massaging your low back, and circles with your knees in the opposite direction. Great. Plant your left foot down on the floor. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Flex your toes to your face. Point your foot. A little flex, a little point, and cross your right ankle over the left thigh. Extend your right knee away from you. And this is where we're going to start working from. We've got a figure 4 crunch. Your hands can come either behind your head or maybe across your heart. I like to actually reach my hands down towards the bottom of the mat. As you lift yourself up, chin stays neutral to your chest. So chin doesn't stretch up towards the ceiling as you lift. Your eye gaze comes towards your knees, and your knees are also going to come towards your nose. We're going to stick with just this one side 2 times through for 40 seconds of work. We start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So exhale up and inhale down. And I'm keeping this 90-degree bend of the knees. And once again, your hands can be wherever feels most comfortable for your hands to be. Low back is staying down on the floor. And if you have your hands by your head, maybe your hands are just by your head as opposed to applying pressure to your head. Keep using your breath. And that toe doesn't need to come all the way down to the floor because we just want to make sure that your low back stays on the mat. So maybe your range of motion doesn't include your foot tapping on the floor. Bring it down for just a few breaths here. You can do the same thing. We're going to get the same side one more time, or you can make it more challenging by extending that leg up towards the sky. Whether you find an extension and then a tap, or an extension and then a lift, which is much more challenging. Here we go. Oh yeah, so crunch, and then extend. You can even bring your arms up overhead. Get a little bit of a lat pull over here. Depending on which move you're going for, you might not get as many reps in this time as you did the last time through. Ooh, Woo, feeling those abs firing up, getting warm in here real fast. Last few breaths on this side. 3, 2, return that foot down to the floor. Uncross your legs. Inhale your left leg up towards the sky. Point your toe, flex your foot, and then cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Open your knee up. Decide where you want your hands. We're going to take that smaller crunch first. So keeping the 90-degree bend in your knee. Here we go. Exhale up and inhale down. Same move, but a different side of the body is also creating a bit of a stretch here. We got a little hip opener going with our ab work. Remember, chin stays neutral to the chest, so everything is coming up in a C curve of your upper back. Can you still keep stretching your left knee away from you, even though I know it's coming to your chest? We're just not leading with that left knee coming to the chest. We're trying to bring the right knee to the chest as much as possible. Remember, not a lot of pressure of the hands on the back of your head. Take a break, yay. We got one more time through, and then we're gonna change the move. You have the same option to do the move we just finished, or create some extension with your leg for a little extra challenge. Are you ready? I hope so. Let's begin. So maybe you have that straight leg lifting and lowering all the way towards the floor, or maybe your knee bends, then you straighten your leg, and then you tap down. For a little something, something, something in between, you're still getting a great extra stretch in your hamstring if you're finding this straight leg lift. And you're also still finding that hip opener. We're just moving things around. So we're working our core, but we're also getting some great stretches into the back side of the body, into the hips. Wonderful to do this time of year. And you might even notice that I left my upper arms on the mat this time for a little bit of extra assistance. Go ahead, uncross your legs. Take a moment, just windshield wipe your knees, left and right, left and right. One last little stretch into our hips. Our next move is planks. Yay! I'm pretty sure I heard you cheering from home. So we're gonna go ahead and flip over, and we've got 4 planks that we're gonna get through. It's your choice. You can do any kind of plank that you want to do. I want you to create a plank, at least one of them, that really challenges you. And I also want you to promise me that you're not gonna give up on yourself. I'm gonna tuck my shirt in real fast while we transition. So if you need to take a break, instead of just releasing your knees down to the floor, can you send your hips up towards the ceiling and take a down dog or a dolphin stretch if you have your forearms on the floor? So going from here for a little, oops, there goes my earbud, a little active recovery, lifting your hips up as opposed to just bringing your knees to the floor. But if bringing your knees to the floor is what works for you, if taking a second to take a breath is going to help you finish and feel super strong, then do that too, okay? We got our first 40-second plank in 3, 2, 1. Begin. So we're going to roll the shoulders down and back, draw your low belly in, and step back into your plank. While you're in this plank, we don't want our lower belly to sink towards the floor. We also don't want our hips to be too high. So shifting weight forward so that your hands, palms are underneath of the shoulder, your core is in nice and tight, and your heels are stacked on top of the balls of your feet. Keep your eye gaze down to the floor, keep breathing, and see if you can even bring a smile to your face. We got 10 seconds left. For 3, 2, 1, walk those knees in. Give yourself a couple cat-cows right here. Awesome. What are you gonna do for your next plank? You're gonna mix it up just a little bit. I don't wanna do the same exact thing twice, but I'm gonna come right into a forearm plank. So bring your forearms down to the ground. Things are gonna pretty much look the same. Let's get started. So I still have my shoulders rolled down and back and squeezed in towards each other. Still not letting low belly sag towards the floor. Keeping the core pulled in nice and tight, belly pulled in nice and tight. Remember, if or when you get tired, you can send your hips up towards the ceiling, press your hands palms or press your forearms, elbows down towards the floor. And then when you're ready, you can shift yourself back forward. Now that is an active recovery. So you're still working yourself, you're still challenging those shoulders, even if you're in down dog. We got 3, 2, take a break, walk those knees in, yay. 2 more planks. What kind of plank are you gonna create? I'm gonna stick with these traditional planks, but I'm gonna add in a little bit of movement this time. So maybe going for a leg lift, maybe going for a step out in 3, 2, 1. Find your good form. Maybe those toes tap a little side to side. Maybe you work your glute a little bit more. A little squeeze the glute, a little lift of the leg. You don't even have to lift your legs super high to really work the glute, because you want the glute to be squeezing, not just momentum of the leg. I'm gonna take a quick second here. Catch my breath, relax the shoulders. Actively relax the shoulders. We got about 10 seconds left. So remember, it's not all or nothing. It's what can you do with the body that you have today. Your best is always enough. Create a challenge, change. Yeah, we got to change the exercise, and also when you create a challenge, you will see a change in your body, and it's all about consistency too. So just continuing to show up for yourself every day, even if it's just a little, even if it's just one thing. Last plank, here we go. Gonna add in a little instability for the upper body this time. Just a little tap forward and a tap back. Woo, and then a really big breath. So we all have something that maybe we feel a little bit less confident about, maybe that seems a little scary. I know for me, I've had some shoulder injuries. Many of you have been through them with me. So creating some instability in the upper body can be a little bit scary. We did it though. Bring your knees back down to the floor. Give yourself, again, some cat-cows. We got 10 more seconds to just stretch and breathe. Making your exhale longer than your inhale. Brings your heart rate back down. So even if you feel tired, it can help you feel relaxed. Final move, we're gonna lay down on our sides. Oh, I love this next one. We're gonna get in a little bit of hip work. We're only gonna do one time on each side. I'm adjusting my timer, and then we're laying down on the floor. So extend your bottom leg nice and long, and your top arm is gonna be right in front of your chest. You're on your hips, so make sure you're not rolled back onto your glutes. From here, we're gonna lift one leg, and then we're gonna lift the other leg, try and get them to meet, and slowly lower them down. You can apply lots of pressure into your top hand on the floor to help you work on slowly releasing down. Let's do our best in 3, 2, 1. Almost, Jessica. Oh, sorry, everyone. There we go. So lifting that top leg, lower leg comes to meet it, and slowly lower down. And it is okay if maybe you lifted your top leg really high and your lower leg is not gonna touch. You can simulate having like a beach ball between your heels and just bringing that carefully back down towards the floor. So we're getting some hip work also. Working the whole core, not just the abs. Oh, that time went so fast. Let's flip over to the other side. Last move, then we'll take a quick stretch, and you can do whatever you want with the rest of your day. So extending our bottom arm long, head is relaxing on that arm, staying on your side. So hips are stacked. Top hand comes in front of your chest, shoulders away from your ears. Let's start. Lift the top leg, try and bring your bottom leg to meet it, and slowly lower both down. top, bottom, both. Great. Your toes can be pointed or flexed. I like to have my toes pointed in this one. But now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm trying both. Like we're climbing an imaginary wall. Great. Last couple reps. We did it. Yay. Roll over onto your belly. Go ahead, send your hips back towards your heels. Take a moment in your child's pose. Relax your head and hairline down towards the floor. A gentle inversion, really helping to bring your heart rate back down. Nice stretch into your shoulders, into your back, into your hips. And then pull yourself all the way forward. Pelvis comes down to the mat. Pull your chest forward and up. Shoulders away from your ears. Look up towards the ceiling. A little squeeze of your glutes here also. And then chin neutral to the floor. Look over one shoulder. Hello. Look over the opposite shoulder. And then eye gaze back forward to the floor. Tuck your toes under, send your hips up towards the ceiling. Walk those feet in. You can pedal your heels for a moment. And then hands to feet, feet to hands. Shift a weight into your heels. And slowly roll yourself up, one vertebrae at a time. Stacking your head over your heart, over your hips. And be so proud of yourself because you made it through today's Hardcore Express. I hope you had a great time. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day.